7:25 now. Welcome back to BT Vancouver. Thanks for joining us this morning. Time now to check in with Mike Eppel, News 1130's business editor. Good morning, Mike. How you doing?
I'm all right, Mary. How are you?
We're doing well. Thank you very much. So, Mike, we have lots of economic fallout from the pandemic. The inflation rate cooled dramatically last month.
Yeah, it sure did. In fact, it was the slowest pace of increases in prices that we have seen since 2015. So that is indicative of an economy that came to a standstill in the second half of March. And, you know, the key contributor was the price for gas, which nationwide, not necessarily every province, but nationwide fell by 18% as the price for oil cratered. And then we had other prices in the retail sector because shopping malls are closed. Everything is shifted to e-commerce. So the price points there are a little bit less potentially to begin with. So a bunch of factors at play here. And typically we go, oh, my goodness, inflation. It's the main indicator that we use for economic policy. Well, no, not right now. The Bank of Canada would like it to be around 2%. I've argued in the past, why do we want prices to go up every year? Because that just makes things more expensive 10 years out. Anyway, I digress. But, you know, these are abnormal times. So the Bank of Canada has cut interest rates and said, we'll deal with all these other things later on. But it's just another sign the economy has been hit. And it's going to be interesting to see, again, what's happening this month, because really we've had the brunt of the economic impact through the first half of April.
Right. Let's talk Netflix. It sees a subscriber surge. No surprise here. Up 16 million, in the latest quarter.
People staying home and signing on to Netflix and Disney Plus and Apple Plus and HBO and all these other streaming services. And, yes, Tiger King.
Do we just like this, or are we just bored?
I don't know. My wife's watched it. I haven't yet. She's been in isolation. I haven't been entirely isolated. So, I mean, it's if you got time, I suppose it's a time waster.
Right.
To watch people with a lot of bad teeth. Anyway, I digress. 65 million. 65 million. Is it a microcosm of something? Never mind. I'm not going to get into it. 65 million people have watched Tiger King. I'm old. I use Tiger Bomb, but that's another story.
Well, I still use my parents' Netflix account, so maybe I should get
well, you can do that. Up to five people on a single account. Anyway, 16 million new subscribers. Netflix is saying that is abnormal. It's not going to be maintained. They're expecting things to slow down because, again, what may be a factor here too, Mary, and I don't want to joke about it, is the fact that, we've got how many million Americans and Canadians unemployed? You know, when you're looking at the monthly streaming services, yes, you want these things. At the same time, it's wants and needs. And that might be a factor here going forward because each of these services costs $10 plus tax. It does add up. So that's budgetary measures are going to be front and center here in the next little while.
All right, Mike, we are out of time. Thank you so much, as always. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
7:28, we're going to take a break. We'll have more of your top stories coming up. Stay with us.